Where we could start the meeting.
Yes, I can go ahead and start the webinar for the public to come in. Give me about 10 seconds. Okay, Chair Du Bois, we're on live.
Great. Okay, so I'd like to call to order the finance meeting of May 17th. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Chair Du Bois,
Here.
Mayor Burt,
Here.
Vice Mayor Koo,
Here.
and Councilmember Philsef is absent. We have 3 present. Thank you.
Yeah, so we have Mayor Burt filling in for Councilmember Philseth. We have a very short agenda today. We have one action item. First, we'll go to oral communications. If anybody wants to speak about anything not on the agenda. But I don't actually see any attendees right now.
Chair Du Bois, we do not have any raised hands.
Great. Okay, so let's go ahead and proceed to our action item.
Thank you, Chair Du Bois, Kylie Nose, Administrative Services. We have one item for the committee tonight, which is the single audit for fiscal year 2021. We have our city auditor, Kyle O'Rourke, on the call, as well as Ben Lau, our outside auditor from MGO. I'll turn it over to them.
Thanks so much. Just a quick introduction. As you all might recall, Mayor Burt, of course, you've seen this on consent, but previously on January 11th, the City Council ultimately approved the other financial audit reports that come on an annual basis. The intent tonight is to approve the single audit report, which comes later in the year as a result of how guidance for the audit is issued. With that being said, I want to turn it over to the auditors from MGO, who have a short presentation to cover the results of the audit work.
All right, I'm thinking whether I should show the slides. So there you go. All right. So
The city clerk will share for us.
Perfect. That's
Mr.
perfect.
Lau? Great.
All right, good evening. This is Benjamin Lau, assurance partner from MGO, the city's independent external auditor. We have previously presented this committee for the audit results of the financial statements, and today we are presenting the results of the city's single audit for the year ended June 30th, 2021. There are 2 audit opinions in the single audit report. The first one is on internal control over financial reporting and on compliance and other matters in accordance with GAS. And the second one is the city's compliance and internal control. The report also includes the city's CFA, which is Schedule of Expenditure of Federal Awards. For 2021, the city has expended $14.2 million of federal awards, of which we as the external auditor have selected 2 major federal programs for testing. The 2 selected programs are Highway Planning and Construction and Coronavirus Relief Fund. Next slide, please. And the results of the audit are summarized on this page. For financial reporting, we have no reportable findings nor non-compliance. And as previously reported, we issued unmodified opinions for all financial statements. For the federal awards, we also issued unmodified opinion, which is clean opinion, for each major program. And we also note no reportable findings nor non-compliance. Also, we would like to emphasize that your CFA is fairly stated in relation to the basic financial statements. And with that, that concludes my short presentation, and I'm available for any questions you might have.
Thanks, Ben.
Kyle, did you have any other comments?
I was just going to simply say, a clean audit similar to results in prior years. So really reflects well on the financial operations in this regard. And I suppose now it's a good time to turn over to the committee for questions.
I have one quick question. Why do we call this the single audit?
Yep. That is based on Single Audit Act back in before the 2000s. And what happened is before used to be there are multiple reports and multiple agency requesting for audits. So auditors are being engaged by multiple entities to say, hey, let's do this audit, let's do that audit. And the Fed decided, let's do it one centralized way. It's called single audit, which is one report for covering all the federal awards.
So this is a requirement from the federal government.
That's correct.
I just never picked up on that before. So thank you. Do you have any other questions or comments? Yeah, Pat.
So first, just thanks for a good report, and thanks to our staff for having performed in a way that resulted in this report, and thanks for what will be the shortest meeting of the year.
All right, so if there are no other questions, do we have a motion?
Second.
Second. Okay, so all of those in favor of approving the audit, it would go on the consent for council?
Yes.
Raise your hand. Yep. Okay, it's unanimous.
Thank you.
So now we're on to future meetings.
We are fantastic. Well, thank you, committee. I believe we have made a record this year. As for future meetings, we do have our budget wrap-up meeting coming up next Tuesday on May 24th. It's slated to start at 1 p.m. where staff will bring back information as requested by the committee, and the committee can ultimately deliberate and make their final recommendation for the full city council.
Yeah, so the meeting invite's still at noon. Can you update that?
Yes, I will absolutely update that for the committee members. And then after that wrap-up meeting, there's another finance committee scheduled for June 7th. That will be our last meeting before the council goes on their summer recess. At that meeting, we do have a full agenda. We will be reviewing our OPEB reports for actuarial studies. And then we will also be reviewing the PDS, the Planning and Development Services fee study.
And will Bartel be at that meeting?
Yes,
Yep.
Bartel completed the OPEB report and will be in attendance, well, virtually in attendance at that meeting.
Great. Okay. I'm not seeing anything else. The meeting adjourned.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for being online.